What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. I'm Emily, if you're not aware by now, but I kind of look like a swamp troll right now, which I don't really care about, but I don't feel like putting my face on the camera for the message that I have to give you guys right now. So upon this awakening that I'm going through right now, and honestly, a lot of you are going to be going through it in the near future, there's a few things that I've came to realize. There's a few things that have been shown to me in the last few days. For one, I remember being so angry that there wasn't a real man, because I grew up without a father. So whatever my idea of what a man should be in my life was never there. So I spent my life looking for it, but along the way I had to do everything myself. So whatever idea of a man that I had, I didn't really know what that would look like. And we're living in a generation of severely oppressed and programmed and lost men, and it was done on purpose. I don't really want to get into like a bunch of details about things. I'm just going to tell you to do some research and realize that some of us were strategically put into families where we had to go through all of these things to reprogram traumatic DNA in our bloodlines, because it's been going on for far too long, because nothing is changing. Some of people's parents were, I don't want to say artificial, but they weren't who you thought they were, and you didn't know because that's what family you were born into. There's so many things that we haven't been explained. There's so many things that we don't understand. And honestly, I think that we watch too much TV. We look to the movies for that perfect couple of Romeo and Juliet, or, the Twilight series, where at the end of the day, a lot of us just want to feel that love with another person. So we spend our lives looking for that. But somewhere along the line, we stopped actually doing anything about it. We have smartphones that can turn a TV off and on. We have YouTube videos. We have an app for that, thanks to Apple. I want you guys to look up the reptile brain. There are 3 parts of the brain that are discussed, and most of us are living in the reptile brain. The reason that there is no direction for a lot of you is because you are operating in the fight or flight. You don't have any other processing. There's no decision making. There's no real emotions. It's based on desire. It's based on vision. It's based on something that gets your attention. Sex, money, fame, glory. What's in it for me? We're so completely blindsided and confused, and we blame each other when in reality we are supposed to come together. And somewhere along the lines, what I've noticed with the incredible amounts of information I've had in the last 2 days is this goes back to ancient times, where there were queens, there were these unnamed rulers of these countries that were erased from history. We didn't even notice that the divine feminine wasn't anywhere. So what we're basing everything on is the fact that we have none. Even going back to regular religion, we are worshiping the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Women are inferior because they had to be. Women had to take on the role because there wasn't a man around. So everything got reversed, and then things started unfolding, and then you have to think that this isn't normal to be like this. Guys, I want you to do something, especially if you're a man out here confused and feeling like you're in a fog and depressed and you want to kill yourself and you don't understand why nothing is going right in your life. The next time you're faced with a decision, cover your eyes. Try to activate the other parts of your brain that aren't activated for you to make the right decisions, for you to think things through, for you to understand. You're not using the parts of your brain that you need to use to understand and feel things because you're basing it on desire. And it's done on purpose. All of this was done on purpose. The blue ray was recently activated again. It's a starseed that was forgotten, that was overlooked, that was the oddball, that always felt too much, that always cared too much, that always gave too much. And people never really realized what they were. The missing part of the divine feminine has been here this entire time. But we were told that we were different and we cry too much and we're crazy and that's not how you're supposed to do this and what's wrong with you and you didn't make the right decisions and look at her with all her kids. So on both sides of the spectrum, we have been oppressed. But one of us had to decide to rise up. But in the process of rising up, we didn't even really have a gender, because if we are the side that grew up without parents, if we're the ones that relied on a mother and a father, and the mother was this evil entity ruled, I don't even want to get it going, but, and you, or we were the ones that relied on our father, but what about the people that had neither one? The ones where we didn't want to listen to what they had to say, and we didn't understand why they were the way they were, and we took everything personal and we kept it all inside. Everything has been internalized for years. You'd rather not talk about it because you don't know how to talk about it. Do you even remember the last time you weren't looking at a screen or a picture or something that fulfilled something that you think is going to make you happy, but at the end of the day, it's just kind of a desire that never goes away, an unsatisfied thing where you're looking for the next best thing, where your focus has been completely off of something that could have been in front of your face the entire time? Where I don't really want the one that wants me because there could be something better, right? Because that's what they show you on TV. The nice car with the really pretty female. The one that looks really good in the picture and has the perky boobs and whatever else y'all are into. There were things that were strategically done for us to be reprogrammed, and it started with everything that we watched on TV. And then as you got older, just kind of ended up being the same way. There's more things done in front of a screen than there are in actual life. Facebook, Twitter, Pornhub, YouTube, Google. And everything that everyone watches is recorded somewhere. We all have to know that, right? Some of us have no idea how to process the emotions that we go through because we were taught not to cry. Why are you crying? Shut up. Stop talking. You don't know what you're talking about. Who told you that? Why would you believe that? That's not what they taught us in school. Why would you believe what? This is not the 10 Commandments. That's not what Jesus said. What would Jesus do? We have been completely blindsided, and now we're sitting in a generation of lost souls. People that want direction but have no idea how to get it. And then we blame each other. She didn't do this right. He didn't do this right. She didn't look right. He didn't look right. That's not what I want because this girl has something better. She didn't do this, so I'm going to go to the next. Well, he didn't take the garbage out, so fuck him. Social media. How many of y'all are in a relationship that's healthy with Facebook? I'll wait. We haven't even been paying attention to, we've been idolizing the wrong thing. And it's like some of us that were sent here with these encoded DNA where we can't change the way that we are and we don't understand why everyone else is the way that they are. We had to go through all of this to recognize it. And a part of me wants to blame everybody in my life for all the things that they did, but I let it happen. And I made a lot of bad decisions, and I didn't really know what I was doing either, and I needed to grow up, and I needed to figure it out on my own. To be honest, I can't. Why am I preaching to you about finding what makes you happy when I had no idea what makes me happy either? It's almost to the point where when you actually meet a soulmate or a twin, you don't even know what to do with each other because which one's the female, which one's the male. There's been, on purpose, a lot of feminine energies. So now you're going to see gay people, which was an abomination. But if you look back in history, there were a couple of gay dudes, especially in Egypt. And that's where they erased the women that were involved, or they expelled them or told them to leave or murdered them because of their beliefs, especially anything to do with spirituality. Because that's the devil. It's made of Satan. We're such a generation full of clickbait. Some of us have no fucking idea what we've actually brought into our lives because that's what we told, that's what we believed. We need to understand somewhere along the line that these religions that have been jammed down our throat are based on bullshit. And one of the main ones was the origin of the demise for men. And I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to tell you all of this because I want you to figure it out on your own. It's time to look into it. You guys are in front of a screen, right? Look it up. Maybe pay attention to what's really going on around you. The single mom has been shunned and, well, she has all these kids and look at her house and blah, you know? I'm so tired of everybody. But I do take responsibility for the fact that I can't blame other people for things that I needed to deal with, things about myself that I needed to accept and acknowledge and understand. I have so much things that I still have to learn every day. But you'll be amazed at the fact that a lot of the things that we're looking for are inside of ourselves. That this image or this person or this thing that we're spending our entire lives looking for has been inside of us the whole time. That maybe if we took the time to process our emotions and our feelings, that we'd have to actually go talk to the girl in person that we think is cute instead of looking at a picture or sending a text message, not ever actually interacting and spending time with people. That the divine feminine and the divine masculine are going to be reunited in the near future to show the world what it's like when a man and a woman comes together to take over the world. Well, no, I don't want to say take over the world, but the man and the woman coming together after they both face their demons, after they're both in the right higher consciousness where they can be strong together. But it starts with you being strong with yourself. Showing our kids better, getting them off YouTube, which are portals, by the way. So I would look into that. That maybe we didn't grow up the best way or what we thought we should have because of the other kids down the street had so much better lives. But in a weird way, we had to grow up like that because there have been centuries of the same shit going on. And one of the people in that family had to take the time to be awakened and fix it. Some of us are sent here to transmute negative energy. Some of us are sent here to love people and show them love and the way. People that have been looked over and teased and talked about and ridiculed had a way bigger purpose. So I encourage you to remember that if you're going through a time in your life where you have increased anxiety, sleepless nights, sweating, not being able to sleep, vivid dreams, that you're probably in the process of the universe has been trying to wake you up. And let me tell you, you can ignore the signals because I'm pretty sure I have for a while. And they're going to take everything away from you. But you have no choice. And that's not because of anything else in your life but you. Because they want you to wake up and see what you're doing to yourself and other people, to take the time to change this generation of the reptiles and the bullshit and the illusion of fear that we live in every day. That's not even necessary. When you eliminate the fear-based thoughts that aren't even real, where your subconscious is fight or flight constantly, where you're living in fear and it's not even real, your brain has been playing a trick on you because that's how you've been wired since probably the first time you sat down in front of the television. That I want to say that I sincerely apologize to the people that I have taken my anger out on because I didn't understand you. I didn't know what you went through, and I'm sorry that you're broken and lost and no one seems to care. But maybe there's people out here that go through the same thing. But until you figure out how to look yourself in the mirror, until you go back to the things in your life that you know aren't right that happened to you, and you learn how to process those feelings and release them, or just take the time to talk about them, write them down, do some research. Until we can get to a higher level, we're not going to be able to do the things that we want to do, get the people that we want to get. We have to take the time to get through this, or you're going to be living in the same cycle the rest of your life. And I don't know about you, but I'm tired of this one. There are people that are with you, there are people that love you, and they always will. You're not alone. But it's to the point now where we have to do better, or we're going to be left in this illusion, fucked up ass matrix. And this is the last shot that a lot of us have. I'm going to be honest, because they were going to leave us before. And there was something that happened where some of the good people actually got stuck here in hell with the rest of y'all because of something that was unexpected that happened in the Matrix. And now they're realizing that there's more and more people that they forgot about. They thought they were lost. They thought they were gone. Now we've been here with you, so we know. So maybe that's what triggered the help. That's what triggered the awakening. That's what triggered everything else. But we have been sent here with a purpose, but you've forgotten it. And there's people out here that have access to ways to let you know.